Hey guys, Anthem here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how you guys in purely survival Minecraft on at least the 15W42A snapshot can go over 1 million blocks in the overworld purely on survival, doing things you can do on survival. So this does not require any unobtainable enchantments, or it doesn't require a pair of unbreaking elytra wings or anything like that. This merely abuses a couple of bugs in the snapshot of Minecraft, even though they're not likely to make it into 1.9. They exist right now, and that's what counts. So what we're going to do is take the supplies that we have on hand here, which is just my diamond pickaxe, some cobblestone to stack around, some food for eating, slime blocks, some boats, and then some rails, mine carts, the elytra wings, and then some obsidian for an additional nether portal that we're going to have to create once this flight trek is all done. So let me go ahead and let me demonstrate how this works here. So what we need to do right now is get to the roof of the nether, and basically the way that we do that is by abusing one bug that allows us to squeeze with a minecart through the ceiling of the nether. So let's go ahead and let's start tunneling our way up into the nether. Alright, so it actually took me quite a while, but I did finally find a spot suitable for this glitch. So now when I look at the ceiling, it says 127, and there is a block underneath that will allow me to place down a minecart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to want to prepare 2 minecarts in my inventory, place down the first one on top of there, hop in it and immediately get out, and then start jumping, and then I do this, and bam! Yeah, so now I am on the ceiling of the nether. So what you want to do from this point is you want to hit escape, and you want to hit open to land and allow cheats. Well, actually, no, allow cheats is not required at all. But you want to open your computer to land, and that is because this bug is actually going to kick you out of the game when it winds up happening. And if you don't open your computer to land, you just crash, but the result is actually the same. So if you don't mind your game crashing and you don't want to open up to land, it really doesn't matter. But now what we got to do is we need to place a slime block on, underneath a boat, and this will trigger a timer that basically executes a slingshot glitch. So the longer that the boat remains on the slime block, the higher the boat itself is going to bounce once I actually get into it here. So the preferred amount of time to wait, at least for the way we're going to be doing this, is about 6 or 7 minutes, and then the boat is actually going to derp out when you get into it, and you're going to have to wait another 6 to 7 minutes. But basically, this is going to launch us up really, really high, and the goal is for this to actually launch us up about 20,000 blocks. Because when you are using the elytra wings, which I am now going to put on, and you fly down at an exactly, like if you look at this number right here, and you fly down at exactly 5.7 degrees, which is the most optimal angle possible, you will fly 10 blocks forward for every 1 block you fly down. And this will basically almost entirely, but not completely, deplete the durability of the elytra wings when they have unbreaking 3. So yes, I have actually timed this. I am a madman, and it does wind up working out this way. So after the launch does happen, and the game does ultimately wind up kicking me out, or crashing, or whatever it's gonna do, I will show you guys the fact that the durability goes down very slow. But I did do a real-world test of this. I flew up 10,000 blocks in the previous snapshot where it doesn't crash me, but it had the previous snapshot has issues with where I wind up popping out in the nether portal, so it doesn't work for this. It's really weird. But anyways, I was able to fly, I think it was 100,000 blocks in the nether, which equated to 800,000 blocks in the overworld. So yeah, for those of you that don't know, for every 1 block you walk in the nether, it will move you 8 in the overworld. That's why this bug works. So yeah, in about a minute here, I am going to hop into the boat and wait for the slingshot to wind up happening. Alright, so I think it's been about 4 total minutes now, so what I'm going to do is I am going to hop into the boat, which is going to launch me way up into the air, but it's kind of derping around right now. Basically, there's a weird desynchronization that's going on right now, where the boat is actually like way down where the slime block is, and I get teleported way up, but the game doesn't really know what to do with this desynchronization, so it winds up slowly moving me down and slowly moving the boat up, and when I wind up meeting up with the boat, then I am going to slingshot way into the air. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to align myself super quickly so that I have the right gliding angle. I should retain this after I wind up getting kicked out of the game. But basically in this snapshot, for whatever reason, you get kicked for flying is not enabled on the server. And if you're not hosting your game to LAN, it just crashes your game. But it's essentially still just kicking you out of your game. But when you're not hosting a server, then the game doesn't really quite know how to handle it. So when the launch does wind up happening, I will continue from there. Okay, so now we are launching up and up and up and up, and eventually the server is going to kick me out. Okay, so the game actually did wind up crashing despite the fact that I set the world to be a LAN server. Not too sure about that, but I don't know how much of the server wound up getting captured or how much of the footage wound up getting captured, but I wound up flying up 6,667 blocks or so. So if I go ahead and I hit F3 here, I'm going to start falling. I need to immediately eject myself from the boat and by hitting shift. And now you can see, because I made it up 6,600 blocks, I should expect to fly 60,000 blocks on the negative Z axis. So let's go ahead and let's see here. I'm just kind of waiting for the number to tick all the way down. So I was at 1,440. So when I wind up at, I think it's at 6,400, I should be at, I think it's what? Let's see. I should be at 2,440, though I'm not too sure if that's going to be exactly the case. Let's see. It does, no, it actually looks like I will be at 2,440. So, yep, I think it's gonna actually hit that exact mark. Take a look at it here. We are now at 6,400. Bam, I hit negative 2,440. So by flying 100 blocks forward, or by flying 100 blocks down, I wound up flying 1,000 blocks forward. So with that logic, let's go ahead and let's teleport to negative 66,000 on the Z-axis. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do a simple teleport, TP at P 10, and then 130, or let's do 140, and then 66,000. So there we go. This is pretty much simulating the end of the fall here. This is approximately where we would wind up. And yeah, there we go. So as you can see, we made it. We did it, Reddit. So anyways, now what I need to do is I need to go ahead and I need to prep myself some more obsidian here. As you can see, this is pretty much all on survival. It's actually all of it is on survival. It's just, it's really bizarre how the game insists on kicking you out the way that it does. Oh god, that was weird. Okay, anyways, and now when I wind up walking through this nether portal, the Z-axis should multiply. I think I actually went in the wrong way on the Z-axis, but I think you guys get the idea. I was supposed to go to negative, but I went to positive. Really doesn't matter. And yeah, that number will wind up multiplying by 8, so it'll be somewhere in the 400,000 block range. So yeah, but what's really going to be impressive is to see where the durability is for the elytra wings. So anyways, just waiting for the world to load up here. Hopefully this winds up actually working out. And it did. So I wound up at 527,000 blocks in the Z-axis. And that only took a few minutes, maybe, not even. And if I had wound up flying properly, I could have gone like 1,000,000 blocks or more. I think actually the limit as to where you can wind up is 1.6 million blocks. So anyways, if we take a look at the elytra wings here, the elytra wings are only down by 4 durability. So yes, you can launch yourself up 20,000 blocks and fly 200,000 blocks in the nether to wind up at 1.6 million blocks anywhere in the world. And the elytra wings should be at about 6 to 7% durability when that flight is over with, as long as you fly in the exact way that I did. So yeah, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was a ton of work for me to do because the game was just crashing in weird ways and it took me a while to figure this all out. But yeah, I mean, you can fly 1.6 million blocks with the setup. So I hope you guys give it a try for yourselves. So anyways, guys, I hope you all have enjoyed. My name is Ant Venom and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.